What's up guys, Matt back again with another unboxing video, and today we're going to be reviewing the Masterlise Kakashi Hatake from Ichiban Kuji Naruto Shippuden, The Will of Fire. Before we dive into the video, please remember to subscribe and hit the bell, like the video, comment your thoughts down below for us to discuss, follow me on my socials, and consider becoming a YouTube member to enter into our monthly giveaways and Discord server so our community can help you on your Dragon Ball figure collecting journey. This figure is based on Kakashi Hatake from Naruto Shippuden. I'm not sure what Kakashi is based on, so if you know, please let me know down in the comment section. This is an Ichiban Kuji release, and if you'd like to learn more about Ichiban Kuji, please watch the video in my description below once you finish this one. This figure sells for an average price of $80 on the market. If you're interested in buying the figure for cheap, then use my discount code Peaches24 at bashmancollectibles.com to get 10% off of your first order and 5% off of every future order afterwards. This figure was released on June 11th, 2022, along with the rest of the Ichiban Kuji set. The Ichiban Kuji set consists of Naruto, Sasuke, Kakashi, and Minato as the last one prize. Kakashi stands at about 11 inches tall, weighs 1 pound 3.1 ounces in box, weighs 13.8 ounces on his own, and he comes whole with his head and support. Yes, Kakashi, the first sensei of Naruto and Team 7, and one of the most iconic characters in Naruto, who goes on to become a very powerful and prominent ninja. He was already at the beginning of the show, but he becomes even more prominent. I'm trying not to spoil it because there are maybe some new Naruto fans on this channel who are originally just Dragon Ball fans and like, you know what, I will try Naruto, Matt, and I do recommend Naruto. Kakashi is, my girlfriend calls him Daddy, just like Vegeta, so there's that. So let's talk about him in the figure. As a character choice, like I was saying, he's a very prominent character within Naruto. He's Naruto's sensei for a majority of the show. I mean, throughout the entire show, he is still Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura's sensei. He usually leads their team and is so cool, inviting a lot of the most iconic fights in the show. And they usually deals him. Just Kakashi's just a great character and an awesome choice for this. It's really interesting that this Kuji set features all of Team 7 except for Sakura, and instead throws Minato in there. So I guess we'll save that for the Minato review, but you really can't have Team 7 without Kakashi, man. He's just super cool. He's one of the most popular characters. So being in the first Masterlise set and all that, I think it's a awesome choice. Like Sasuke, he does have two versions. He has a non-Sharingan and a Sharingan version. I got the Sharingan version just because I feel like it's a cooler choice for Kakashi. And he does have a last one prize in the second Ichiban Kuji set that has him with no mask and no Sharingan. So I wanted to take advantage of one that did have Sharingan. So I'm giving the character choice a 5 out of 5 for those reasons. His likeness, so close to perfection, man. So close. It's hard to mess up something like this because, he just has a mask on, which is just fine, but dang, dude, they just messed up one little thing. So I understand that there are two different heads, right? They had two different heads for this character because there's two different types of figures, one with Sharingan and one without Sharingan. And I don't know if this is just a QC issue in mind, but I remember someone in the comment section, when they saw that I bought this, they mentioned that his eyes were an issue. And it's very apparent. I mean, it's not like super distracting, but you can see it's like they painted his eyes a little bit too low off of the intended portion of the figure where the sculpt is supposed to be. So it does just make it look like a little off, like especially towards the bottom of his actual painted eyes. You can see like the sculpt bulge, like the indentation is kind of making the eyes look a little strange for that. It's not the end of the world, but it is something I'm a little disappointed in. He still looks fantastic in the face, but I can't help but notice that apparent like bulge in his eyes there. So it doesn't ruin the likeness at all, in my opinion, but it is something I wanted to take note of. So I'm going to give his likeness a 4 out of 5. If they had nailed those eyes just being in the right place, I would have gave it a perfect score. But unfortunately, that is the case. Sculpt quality is nearly perfect. So I do like quite a lot about his sculpt. His hair is super cool, dude. Like they really went all out in detailing all of the strands of his hair. His headband looks really well done with all the metals and everything on it. His entire gi is also very cool because he's got some like metal patches on the tops of his hands, so you can feel like the metal bulges of there. The Konoha sign on his gi. You know, his little ninja tool bag on the back of his outfit, of his waist. The little bandages on his calves. Just really, really great attention to detail. The only thing that I'm a little miffed on is you can see a deviating line right next to his ear that goes past the hairline on both sides. So it almost looks like his ears were like pasted on or something. And that's a little disappointing in a Masterlise. So I wish that wasn't something that, you know, because you're looking at his face a lot, especially because of those eyes and stuff. So it's just something that I noticed and, you know, frankly was a little disappointed in. It's probably because eventually they did make a last one prize where he has no mask on. So it's just an easy way for them to swap the faces out or something, which, that's kind of lazy, Bandai. But, you know, it is what it is. I will give his sculpt a 4 out of 5 because of that. It's nearly perfect, but that's just like a little thing that bugs me, man. They could have covered that up really easily. Paint and shading is fantastic, though. I love the greens and the blues that are used on this. So the pants themselves, I don't think it's traditional paint. That's probably just from the sculpt, the actual material used from the sculpt and then shaped accordingly. But you do see like shading techniques. I've been learning this from John's Hobby Room. You should go subscribe to him. He's a great channel that does repaints of Dragon Ball figures and stuff. But like you can see the same shading technique that I've seen John talk about on the bandages of his suit. But you can also see a metallic finish for all the metal parts. It's very cool on his headband, especially because it has like almost like a realistic metallic finish, like it's rubbed metal or something. Like it looks really good. Great shading on his vest too, from front to back. And his hair has some very cool paint and shading as well. Lots of little bits of dark gray mixed in there with the whites and the gray, just to make him, you know, the Silver Fang. I forgot what the name is for Kakashi. It's a Silver Fang or something like that. But yeah, Kakashi is super sick in terms of his paint and shading, so I'm going to give that a 5 out of 5. And then finally, the size and scale. I think he's the tallest one in the set, being at 11 inches, so he's nearly a foot tall, which makes sense. Kakashi is a tall character, and he's the adult in the room, so he should be a little taller than Naruto and Sasuke. Makes a ton of sense. Maybe even more so taller than he is, but you know what? It's not like something that's super apparent where everyone that sees it's like, wow, Kakashi's a giant next to Naruto and Sasuke during this part of the story. Not really. They're around, you know, the same height or so. But yeah, I think this is a fair height for Kakashi. He looks great on any Masterlise shelf, and he does pair very well with the rest of the set. So I'll give his size and scale a 5 out of 5. Nothing really to complain about there. I do like many aspects of the figure with all of this in mind. But yeah, I like this a lot. You know, it's not a bad figure in any light. I don't think the eye issue is something that you can really call you know, a super big problem for the figure. It is noticeable, but it doesn't look bad completely because of what it is. So with all that being said, you know, great shading application. It's Kakashi. I love this a lot, so I'm gonna give the figure a 4.5 out of 5. Thank you all again for watching today's video. But before we move on to the upcoming giveaways this month, I'd like to mention my new merch that's launched. We've got shirts, hoodies, mugs, and more. If you want to support me a bit further and rock some of the merch on the channel, please check out the shop tab on my channel. But until the next video, guys, I will see you all later.